Hello everyone, my name is Jeremy Jenkin and welcome to my new YouTube channel. I'm an American living in Chengdu, China now, so I'll be talking about my experiences in this insane world, which I could say isn't too bad because I have been here in Taiwan for almost a decade. So I'll talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, my experiences teaching, traveling, living here, stuff about some culture and history. So I live in a place called Chengdu. It's in the middle of China, a little village of about 15 million people. It's known for its hot pot and spicy food, and also home to the pandas. I'm not so into the pandas or hot pot, but it is one of the better cities I've lived in China. It's just got great access to the mountains and some amazing things. You could go down and live, in Guangzhou or Shanghai or Beijing, some of the places near the coast, but you don't have quite as epic scenery. Yeah, Sichuan has amazing mountains, super high too. I mean, the highest Mount Ganga is around 7,000 meters or 25,000 feet. So there's tons of amazing things to see if you're doing biking or hiking or motorcycle trips, climbing, whatever. It's a great place for this kind of stuff. And not just in Sichuan, but below here you have Yunnan province, and which has tons of awesome scenery and things. And above here is Qinghai and Gansu. And so you've got a good mix of Tibetan people and other ethnic groups. Yunnan has about 27 different ethnic groups, and so a ton of diversity. I'm actually going to start a bike and motorcycle company here, hopefully. So that'll be some of the things that I'll be talking about and making videos about in the future. I'll post some links below if you're interested in that kind of thing. I've not just biked in Sichuan, but I've biked Tibet, Yunnan, parts of Gansu, and I've done motorcycle trips from Zhuhai, which is near Hong Kong, up this way, from South China to here, and from Inner Mongolia through Ningxia, Gansu to here. So it's just an awesome place if you like biking or hiking and things like that. And I'll also go into some of my other experiences traveling. Before I lived in China, some of my first traveling experiences after I was in the Army was hiking the Appalachian Trail from Georgia to Maine, and then I biked across the US, New Zealand, and then after college I decided I would bike from Thailand across Asia, and I did parts of the Middle East and a few countries in Africa and South America. So I give some insight if people like long distance cycling trips. I've done quite a bit of that. And I've done Japan, the Philippines, and a few other countries too. And so I spent a bit of time teaching at universities here and doing different things. Besides the military, I've had quite a few different jobs. But another interesting job I did was going to Alaska to do commercial fishing for 3 summers. I did salmon fishing and some other jobs, so I could give some insights to my experience going up there to look for work, and some of the tragedies and funny things and good things that came of it. And also in Chengdu, and when I was teaching at a university before in Zhuhai, I sold pizza just for my apartment on a small scale operation, and I do some classes. And so I give you a little insight to kind of some of the work culture and business culture here, because that's really important if you're considering coming here to do it. There's a lot of cultural things you need to know. I haven't done anything on a huge scale, but I definitely could give you some ideas on that kind of thing, because it's much different than working in America or Europe or Australia or New Zealand, for instance. So I'll go into some politics. Hopefully I don't get too carried away or offend too many people, but I kind of had an interesting journey because I was more conservative when I went into the Army as a paratrooper, and then I got a sociology degree. And then I traveled for several years. I've been living here, so that's kind of changed some opinions too. It's kind of ironic how I was never super interested in China or anything like that, but I always liked the idea of yin-yang. And I think that's important, having a good balance, and I could see much more why there's 2 main perspectives like the left and right, and why having a good balance is important to any society or many things, whether it's nature or relationships and things like that. So I hope you enjoy, and we both can learn some things together, and I look forward to seeing some comments in the future. I'll probably have dozens of videos over the next year, so some of it's the older trips I had, and some of it's newer things, of course. And I probably won't have another video for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, because I'm actually going on a motorcycle trip this weekend. I'm going to bike or motorcycle down to Laos, It's about 3,000 kilometers from there and back. So hopefully that goes okay. I'm gonna go over some mountain passes that are about 10,000 feet or so at least, so I might hit some ice and snow since it's February, but hopefully everything's okay. I've done this kind of stuff before, so. But if you ever see another video again, you know where I went. So take care and look forward to seeing you guys soon. 再见.